Good evening. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Blitzball Champ Gaming, here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Wanted to take time to just talk gaming in this video. Wanted to give my thoughts on some of the announcements from the most recent Nintendo Direct that took place. I want to talk some about that. That took place last week. Want to talk about the roster so far of the upcoming WWE 2K22 video game. Talk about the folks that have been confirmed so far. And just other gaming news, that just strike my fancy. PC requirements for Elden Ring. Cyberpunk 2077 Next Gen gets some love. The Capcom countdown that was recently posted, and looks like there may be some news for Resident Evil related. So we're gonna dive into a couple of things here, but first I wanted to start off with the Nintendo Direct that took place last week. I just wanted to take time to give my thoughts on some of the announcements on this Nintendo Direct. It was about a 40-minute long Nintendo Direct, and if you ask me, I felt like this Nintendo Direct was better than like the last three Sony State of Plays. I felt like this Nintendo Direct was really good. Definitely hit a lot of great points. It opened up with Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. And it's a, Dynasty Warriors, Musou style game, which definitely got my attention. I do like the Dynasty Warriors game. I like the type of gameplay that it uses. That also Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors, I like that as well. So this is definitely a game that I'm very interested in. You got the best of Fire Emblem with that Dynasty Warriors, that Musou style gameplay mixed in, and already has my attention. So I definitely looking forward to picking that up and playing that, and that releases June 24th. So they opened up with that. I love how we now finally have a release date for Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, which is April the 8th. So, gotta wait a little bit longer, but I liked how they did show some gameplay, that they put in some features in there. Definitely looking forward. I have that game reserved. I've had that game reserved ever since late last year, because originally it was supposed to come out in December of 2021, but it got pushed to spring of this year. But at least now we know we have a release date in April the 8th. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, mainly because I've never gotten a chance to play an Advance Wars game, mainly because they had been on handheld, and it got to the point where they became kind of rare to find. I believe they were mainly on Game Boy Advance, if I remember correctly, but I could never find them. So I'm looking forward to finally getting a chance to play an Advance Wars game, and I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm excited. But April the 8th for Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. I look forward to it. I thought it was kind of interesting that they're bringing No Man's Sky to Nintendo Switch. That kind of surprised me. I mean, I've never really been into No Man's Sky, but I would have never imagined them bringing it to the Switch. That was actually kind of surprising. So, for all you No Man's Sky fans out there that have a Switch, there you go. Oh yeah, what really got me excited was they announced Mario Strikers Battle League for the Nintendo Switch. And I have to say, I'm looking forward to this, because this is another type of game. Strikers. I never got to play a Mario Strikers game. So I'm definitely interested in this. Soccer. You know, I've always enjoyed the Mario Kart games, the Mario Tennis. Golf, I'm not really that big into golf, but soccer, I'll definitely play a soccer game. So I'm definitely looking forward to Mario Strikers. I've never played one before, so I'm definitely going to be all up on this one. And of course, this releases June 10th, so you got a summer release for this game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Lots of different characters have their own abilities. You can do local and online play as well. And, you know, I thought it's pretty interesting that they also have those special groups that you can have like a certain number of players in each group, and you can kind of do your own league style play. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. So I definitely look forward to Mario Strikers Battle League, June 10th. Definitely going to jump on that. They also showed some more Splatoon 3 in the form of a co-op trailer for Salmon Run Next Wave, which, like I said, I've played Splatoon 2 for the first time late last year over at my good friend's house. Shout out to Heartbreaker Leo. I definitely like the concept of just going around just trying to paint as much of the level as you can, and, you know, also attacking the enemy with your paint guns and all that. I thought it was a pretty innovative idea. So after playing Splatoon 2, it definitely got me interested in Splatoon 3. Now, I don't own 1 or 2, so I'm most likely going to get Splatoon 3 and go from there. But I like the concept. I like the overall concept, which has got me interested in Splatoon 3. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out more Splatoon 3. It's a summer release. They don't have a release date yet, but, you know, they keep announcing, you know, a couple of things for it. So I'm guessing, shoot, who knows? It'll probably be like a July or August release if you ask me. But there is no specific date yet. But summer of this year, we can look forward to Splatoon 3. Chrono Cross is making a comeback in the form of Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers Edition. Now, I never did get a chance to play Chrono Cross, so I definitely am going to jump on this. And it is an April release, April 7th. So it's actually going to come out a day before Advance Wars. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And it's going to have over 40 playable characters. And apparently some features on here is you can turn off enemy encounters, and it has an enhanced soundtrack, as well as the text-based Radical Dreamers game, you know, which I had never played. So I really like what they're doing with this. From what I've heard, it looks like this is a digital download only, but something tells me they may do like a limited run physical edition, perhaps. But looking up on GameStop and some other places, it looks like it's only going to be $20. So I can definitely dig that. But I never did get a chance to play Chrono Cross. So definitely will be jumping on this. April 7th, one day before Advance Wars. So April's starting to shape up as a good month for gaming as well. I mean, already February was pretty loaded. March is pretty loaded. April, starting to see some things. For the Portal fans, I mean, Portal Companion Collection, I mean, I never really got into the Portal games, but I respect them for their popularity, and, you know, I've heard that they're good games. I've never played a Portal game, but I've heard good things. So this doesn't really surprise me. I mean, when I saw them announce this, I was just kind of like, huh, so they're bringing Portal to the Switch. Huh, cool. You know, I most likely won't play it, but I have respect for it. I'll say that. So, They don't have a date for that. It's a later this year release, but no date. Another game that really got me excited was actually Nintendo Switch Sports. You know, kind of like the Wii Sports game. I actually played a lot of Wii Sports. You know, especially the baseball and the bowling. And also the boxing as well. But definitely, I was pretty excited when they announced Nintendo Switch Sports. And that is also an April release. End of April. April 29th. But they got a couple of great games in this collection. They got Chambara, tennis, bowling, soccer, badminton, volleyball. Now, volleyball definitely caught my attention the most with this pack of sports games because, you know, I actually enjoy a pretty good game of volleyball from time to time. So, and of course, what did they end up demoing? The volleyball game. So, I'm actually looking forward to checking that out. And yeah, like I said, when they did Wii Sports, I liked what Wii Sports offered. It's good to play with friends. Also, potentially good exercise as well. So, I definitely plan on getting Nintendo Switch Sports. I really like what they're doing. And I like the lineup of games that you can play. And they even announced that they're adding golf later. I know my brother, he's really big into golf, so I know he'd like that. But they're adding golf later. And who knows? They may add some more sports later. I mean, why not? You know, that's something that they could do with this game that they didn't really do with Wii Sports. They could do that with Nintendo Switch Sports. You know, maybe add like another game. Maybe on a quarterly basis. You know, why not? So, something to think about. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. But yeah, April 29th. And apparently the update will be in the fall. A free update that will add golf. So, golf this fall. And who knows? Maybe they'll do something for the winter or something next year and add another sport. Why not? Why not? And they also had, they showed some more gameplay for the upcoming Kirby and the Forgotten Land game, which they had March 25th as the release date. But they showed some more gameplay and some other different levels with things like being able for Kirby to be able to swallow the bigger objects like a car and like, you know, other big objects. And I thought it was pretty interesting because it kind of gives a little extra platforming puzzle sort of element to the game. Because when you think about it, I would imagine that you're going to need to swallow those big vehicles and big objects in order to navigate and maneuver through different areas. You know what I mean? So I definitely thought it was cool them showing that off. And, you know, looking more and more at the game, it kind of makes me wonder, like, if it has... Because it reminds me, when I first saw the trailer, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Mario Odyssey. And then when they were showing the clips of the different levels, it also kind of makes me think, is it going to be kind of done, say, like Super Mario 3D World? Or, excuse me, Super Mario 3D Land? Or is it going to be played like that? Or more like Mario Odyssey? You know what I mean? I'm actually very curious as they're going to do that. But I look forward to it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, March 25th. Definitely like what I saw there. Definitely looking forward to that game. Mario Kart 8 fans, rejoice because they have announced a booster game pass of DLC that is going to be loaded with 48 total tracks that span across the history of Mario Kart. And it'll be $25 if you buy it like separately by itself. It's $25, or if you are subscribed to the Nintendo Online Expansion Pass, you actually get it for free. You actually get it for free. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. And the first wave, so there's going to be six waves. So there's 6 waves with 8 courses for each wave. And the first wave they announced will be on March 18th. So you're going to get that first wave of Booster Game Pass DLC on March 18th. And then it's going to run all the way up to the end of 2023. But there's going to be 48 total tracks from this DLC pass. So, you know, I know a lot of people are probably wondering, why can't they just do Mario Kart 9? I really think that this will be the bridge that'll tie into Mario Kart 9 eventually. Because honestly, if with them doing this, I don't see them releasing a Mario Kart 9 probably not until maybe 2025. Maybe a late 2024. You know what I mean? They gotta really make this last. Because y'all gotta remember, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been the best-selling Switch game. That didn't even debut originally as a Switch game. It debuted as a Wii U game. So, that's another thing to keep in mind. You know, sales are still riding high for Mario Kart 8, and that's at the top. And that's been at the top for a long time, because the game is at least a good, what, 10 years old by now? But yeah, Mario Kart 8, still at the top. So, I like what they're doing here. I mean, took them long enough. But I see what they're trying to do. I think they're doing this, and that's going to serve as the time necessary, that bridge that'll eventually lead to Mario Kart 9. But like I said, I don't see Mario Kart 9 coming out until like a late 2024 or 2025 release. And with them doing this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, we're not going to see Mario Kart 9 anytime soon. Let's just keep it real. We're not going to see any Mario Kart 9 anytime soon. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because like I said, this gives more incentive and more of a reason to pick up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Especially for those that don't have it and those that haven't played it in a while. Hey, come March 18th, first wave of tracks. Get on it. They also, with Mario Kart 8, they also announced that apparently these DLC courses will be available to play even if you don't own them. And it looks like they can be played locally online. So let me document this. So checking out the article of this. So courses from Wave 1 of the booster will be playable for anyone whether they bought the pass or not. The 8 new courses will be playable locally or online in friends and rival races, even if one player owns the courses. And then in March 22nd, those courses will appear in random Mario Kart 8 online matches for anyone, whether or not the player owns them or not. So there is going to be opportunity, even if you don't own the DLC, to be able to play those courses under those circumstances. So something to keep in mind. But like I said, it's $25, or if you have the Nintendo Online Expansion Pass, you get it for free by default. So, like I said, I don't think it's a bad deal. Because you're talking about one fee of $25 for 48 tracks. Or if you're already subscribed to the yearly Nintendo Online Expansion Pass, then it's free. I mean, I'm just saying, just something to think about. Just something to think about. But, like I said, definitely I like what they're doing there with Mario Kart 8. And they also showed the RPG for Live Alive, which from what friends of mine were telling me, it's like an old JRPG that I guess never came out here in the States. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out. When they showed that, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out. So, Live Alive, definitely looking forward to that. They actually showed Front Mission. Now, that is a name I haven't heard in years. Because if I remember correctly, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the last Front Mission game a PS2 game? I think it was like, what, Front Mission 4? Wasn't it a PS2 game? So, wow. I was just really shocked to hear Front Mission for the Switch. That's crazy. I've never played a Front Mission game, but who knows? Maybe I finally will. I don't know. They also showed a really neat Gundam game that definitely caught my attention. I'm a Gundam fan, so definitely want to check that out. Let's see. They did show a little bit of mini footage for Triangle Strategy, which I have that reserved. Definitely looking forward to playing that. Triangle Strategy looks great. Let's see. Earthbound. Also showed Earthbound. Never played Earthbound, so that'll pretty much be my opportunity to finally play Earthbound. So I definitely want to check that out. The finale, they ended with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I own the first two. I haven't played them yet, but I do own the first two. But, definitely look pretty neat. It definitely looked like a Xenoblade Chronicles game for sure. And it has a release of this September. No specific date, but it's a September release. Oh yeah, they also mentioned a free update, I think later this year, I think this fall, if I remember correctly, for Metroid Dread, which adds a boss rush mode, a rookie mode, which is supposed to be like super, super easy, and a dread mode, which, if you get hit once, you're dead. Yeah, I won't be playing that mode. For those that saw my playthrough of Metroid Dread, you already know what I went through, and yeah. So, don't look forward to me playing Dread mode on Metroid Dread. But probably at some point I may revisit Metroid Dread, just to check out the update. So, there's that. But, overall, this was a very good Nintendo Direct. I really can't complain. I know a lot of people in the YouTube chat were like, Persona, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2, where was that? I'm like, geez, like, I mean, I understand and all, but just because they didn't show those two games doesn't mean that it was a bad Nintendo Direct. I mean, if anything, they talked about a lot of games coming out, during this first quarter, or, spring. There were a few middle of the year, but, I mean, that's what the whole objective was. And it was only a 40-minute showcase. Like, we're not going to get Breath of the Wild 2 anytime soon. So, I just feel like folks should chill on that. We're not getting that anytime soon. And Persona, I mean, would be nice. I mean, for the 25th anniversary, I mean, it would be nice, but like I said, I don't think it was that detrimental with it not being in this showcase that it made it a bad showcase. It was a great Nintendo Direct. Because like I said, if anything, they've done better than like the last 3 Sony State of Plays. I'm just saying. So, definitely enjoyed that Nintendo Direct. It was really good. There's also, unfortunately, some bad news for Nintendo. Coffee, anybody? Unfortunately, the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U shops will be discontinued next year, the year 2023. Apparently around late March of 2023. So for all the Wii U owner, which I still have my Wii U, and 3DS, Nintendo 3DS, which I no longer have my 3DS, yeah, you will no longer be able to purchase any Nintendo eShop like content or anything like that for Wii U and 3DS. March 2023. So they actually have a multi-stage process for how they're going to do this. So check this out. And it's actually, the stages start as early as May 23rd of this year. Check this out. So May 23rd of this year will be, it is no longer possible to add funds using a credit card to 3DS and Wii U eShop account. So you can't use your credit card to add funds for 3DS and Wii U eShop. As of May 23rd of this year, you won't be able to do that. Now, as of August 29th, the second stage, August 29th of this year, you won't be able to use eShop cards to add funds. But it will still be possible to redeem download codes. So you'll still be able to redeem Nintendo Wii U and 3DS download codes. You can still do that, but you can't use any of the eShop cards to add funds for Wii U and 3DS. And then, third and final stage, late March of 2023, you won't be able to make purchases, download demos or themes, or redeem a code, or a download code, or add funds. So you won't be able to do any of that for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. And you know, it's kind of a bummer, especially for Nintendo 3DS owners, because, you know, I know a couple of friends that still play Nintendo 3DS. Still a lot of great games on Nintendo 3DS. And still a handful of great games on Wii U. But here's the thing. For Wii U, I'm not surprised. Like I said, when I got my Wii U, it was like at the month or two before they started to be, stop manufacturing them. So I literally kind of got a Wii U almost at the last minute. I appreciate the Wii U for, you know, its technology, for the big controller. I mean, I like that. I like that. It was pretty neat. But, I mean, maybe it's me, but I just don't think the Wii U really compares to the Switch. And not only that, with the 3DS, I mean, now that the Switch is out, I mean, you kind of have that console handheld combination with the Nintendo Switch. And you even have a handheld only version Switch called the Switch Lite. You know, so, and then they got the Switch OLED, which you can play docked or handheld. So, I mean, I know, like I said, 3DS still has its great games. Me personally, I can't say that I consistently do handheld as much as I would like to. Because, I mean, I won't say that I don't travel a lot, but when I do travel, I'm usually driving. You know what I mean? So I really don't have an opportunity to play any handheld games on the road. You know what I mean? Unless I'm luckily the passenger, but that's rare. So I don't know. It's mainly the reason why I ended up trading in and selling my 3DS and PlayStation Vita, and I gave my PSP to my nephew because, like, I just don't see myself consistently playing handheld. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But it's kind of a bummer for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. Because, like I said, I have a Wii U. So, hadn't played it in a long time. But, I still have my Wii U. I have it plugged in. So, I still have my Wii U. Let's see. Netflix announced a BioShock film adaptation. Well, I mean, can't really say I'm surprised. Apparently the Uncharted movie, I heard it got reviews, but apparently GameSpot gave it a 7. So, I mean, I have a feeling the Uncharted movie, some people liked, many others hated it. I don't see myself checking it out personally, but yeah. Not sure how this BioShock would do, which I never really got into BioShock, so I'll definitely probably skip out on this. But, I mean, let's see. Elden Ring fans. So, they've posted the PC requirements in order to run Elden Ring. So, check this out. So, the minimum requirements: Windows 10, processors should be a Intel Core i5 8400 or an AMD Ryzen 3 3300X. Memory, 12 gigs of RAM. Graphics, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, 3 gigabyte, or AMD Radeon RX 580, 4 gigabyte. DirectX 12, feature level 12.0. Storage, at least 60 gigs. Sound card, Windows compatible audio device. So those are the minimum requirements for Elden Ring on PC. The recommended PC requirements are as follows: Windows 10 or 11, processor Intel Core i7 8700K or an AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. For memory, 16 gigs of RAM. Graphics, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070, 8 gigabytes, or an AMD Radeon RX Vega 56, 8 gigabytes. For DirectX 12, feature level 12.0. Storage, still the same 60 gigs. And sound card, still the same Windows compatible audio device. So, those are the requirements, minimum and recommended requirements for Elden Ring on PC. So, keep that in mind. Cyberpunk. The big next-gen PS5, Xbox Series X and S update is out. So, it includes a couple of things, actually. Like ray tracing, fast load times, 4K support. As a matter of fact, I actually have a chart. So check this out. So for the PS5, it'll support performance 60 frames per second. 4K resolution. For SSR quality, medium and half res, looks like. For ray tracing, enabled 30 frames per second, 4K, local shadows, and high and half res for SSR quality. For Xbox Series X, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same values for performance, 60 frames, ray tracing 30 frames, 4K support, local shadows on the ray tracing, medium and half res for performance, high and half res for ray tracing. And then for Xbox Series S, performance of 30 frames per second, resolution 1440p at medium and half res for SSR quality. Huh, not bad. And then the patch, the 1.5 patch that they're releasing it with. So apparently they're adding a couple of things. So for PS5, they're adding new weapons, additional apartments for V, hairdressing mirror, rebalance of gameplay, economy, and loot systems, ray trace local shadows, various visual quality improvements, spatial headphone audio, improved crowd reactions, and DualSense controller features. Xbox Series X will have all of those except for the DualSense controller features, because DualSense, that's a PS5 controller. And then Xbox Series S will have everything but the DualSense and the ray trace local shadows. PS4 is only adding new weapons, additional apartments, hairdressing mirror, and the rebalance of the gameplay, economy, and loot systems. Same thing with Xbox One. With PC and Stadia, it's pretty much adding everything except for DualSense. So that's quite a lot of information on this patch for Cyberpunk, and it looks like it's all positive. I mean, those that have watched my content know that I did attempt to stream and play Cyberpunk 2077 on PS4. Was not a great experience at all. Should I revisit this with this update and all the stuff that they've done? I don't think I'm gonna do it, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna revisit it. I'll see what some others say. I know one of my friends was pretty hyped, as much as I was, for Cyberpunk, but then once we played it, it was so buggy. But I think the idea is that all of that's been addressed now, and this patch for next gen is supposed to make it wow, super amazing. So I don't know. Maybe I might. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should revisit Cyberpunk 2077? Y'all think I should revisit it? I'd have to repurchase it again because I got a refund for it. But I mean, what do y'all think? Y'all should revisit? Y'all think I should revisit? Let me know. Pardon me. Capcom Japan apparently has been teasing some information about Resident Evil, and talking to a lot of folks, word is that it's probably going to be perhaps Resident Evil 4 Remake, maybe. But, I mean, I'd be down. I know there's been a lot of talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake. So, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I know Resident Evil 4 is definitely one of the best in the franchise. Definitely, I know a lot of people originally bought a GameCube for that game, you know, since it was originally a GameCube game. But Resident Evil 4 is definitely one of the best in the franchise. So it'll be really interesting if it is a Resident Evil 4 remake, how they'll do that. Because that'll be very interesting. There's still a lot of stuff I still got to do on the regular Resident Evil 4. Like, I never did go through Ada's story. I've only beaten Assignment Ada, but I never gone through her portion of the story. So, still a lot to do there. Let's see. And then let's go to, more Capcom. So, on the Capcom website, there is a countdown. CapcomGames.com. There's a countdown, which right now it is currently sitting at 5 days and 1 hour. So, February 20th is supposedly when we're going to get some news. So, word is a lot of people are thinking that it's Street Fighter 6. Now, this is also coinciding with the Street Fighter Pro Tour finals. And of course, this is also the 35th anniversary of Street Fighter. So, honestly, it seems like there's a lot of signs pointing to this being Street Fighter 6 announcement, which I assume would be for next gen. Not only that, it was said that the final Street Fighter V DLC character, Luke, was apparently the key to the future of the series. And supposedly, another rumor is that the timeline for, you know, this whatever said Street Fighter 6 would take place way after Third Strike. So, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. But I'm definitely looking forward. I just hope that 6 will end up being better than 5. Because honestly, when it comes down to Street Fighters, the main 3 Street Fighter games that I enjoy the most are Alpha 3, Third Strike, and 4. So, 5 definitely not on that list. And then to finish off, got the WWE 2K22. This is what they have announced so far with the roster. I know they just recently had a live stream on Up, Up, Down, Down with the ratings reveals for the wrestlers. But I won't go into that. But here is who they have announced, confirmed, for WWE 2K22 so far. And I'm just going by the WWE2K.com website. The list is as follows. Macho Man Randy Savage. Well, actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and say the ratings for each one that I announce. So, Macho Man Randy Savage, an 88. AJ Styles, a 91. Akira Tozawa, a 75. Alexa Bliss, 84. Angelo Dawkins, 80. Apollo Crews, 81. Asuka, 90. Austin Theory, 80. Becky Lynch, 92. Beth Phoenix, 87. Bianca Belair, 87. Big Boss Man, 81. Big E, 87. Bobby Lashley, 91. Booker T, 88. Bret the Hitman Hart, 91. Brock Lesnar, 94. Carmella, 79. Cesaro, 84. Chad Gable, 76. Charlotte Flair, 90. Chyna, 87. Dakota Kai, 79. Damian Priest, doesn't show his. Dominic Mysterio, 79. Drew McIntyre, 91. Eddie Guerrero, 90. Edge, 91. Elias, 75. Eric Bischoff, 69. Finn Balor, 87. Goldberg, 88. Happy Corbin, 81. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, 92. Io Shirai, 82. Jey Uso, 84. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, 86. Jimmy Uso, 85. Jinder Mahal, 77. Kane, 82. Kaylee Ray, 81. Kevin Nash, 90. Kofi Kingston, 88. Lacey Evans, 81. Liv Morgan, 77. Mandy Rose, 80. Mansoor, 80. Montez Ford, 82. MVP, 80. Naomi, 79. Natalia, 84. Pete Dunne, 81. R-Truth, 77. The cover athlete, Rey Mysterio, 90. Rhea Ripley, 86. Ricochet, 82. Riddle, 85. Roman Reigns, 95. Sami Zayn, 80. Sasha Banks, 88. Scott Hall, 90. Seth Rollins, 91. Shayna Baszler, 84. Sheamus, 85. Shotzi, 77. Six, 88. Ted DiBiase, 85. The Miz, 86. Triple H, 91. Trish Stratus, 88. Ultimate Warrior, 88. Xavier Woods, 86. Now, they are missing quite a lot of folks on this list. And this is on the main WWE 2K.com/roster site. They're missing a lot of people on here. I mean, no Bayley, no Lita, no Otis. Missing a lot of NXT and NXT UK stars. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure this isn't the finalized roster, but this is who they have on there so far. It does kind of worry me just a little bit, only because right now it's February 15th. The game comes out March 11th, and I believe March 8th for those that got the Deluxe Edition and NWO for Life Edition. They get the early access. But it's a lot of folks on here missing. You know, just to keep it real. A lot of folks missing. No Shelton Benjamin, no Cedric Alexander. I mean, they're missing a lot of folks on here. But I hope they fix it and they keep adding on. Because it's like, you can't have Trish Stratus on there and no Lita. That would be blasphemy. Especially considering Lita is going to be competing, and it looks like she's going to be competing perhaps full-time for at least one more run. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't the finalized roster, but just what they have updated so far. But, I mean, they still got a while. It's only February 15th. So I'm pretty sure more are going to get added on there. So, just got to wait, be patient, see what happens. But yeah. that's pretty much all that I have. Like I said, a lot to look forward to for the rest of February, for March, even in April, and even, summer coming up. June's got a couple of titles. Like I said, a lot was announced from Nintendo Direct. Got a lot of stuff to look forward to. I got a feeling it's going to be a good year for gaming, for sure. But anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are on what was talked about tonight. And let me know what y'all are looking forward to. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can catch every video I upload. And once again, thank you so much for the love and support and for watching. For Blitzball Champ Gaming, I'm your host Jason Ingram, signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow, and I will see y'all very soon. Peace.